From back-to-back bagels to a ninth inning walk-off. Deep breath, A's fans. Today on Locked On A's.
You are Locked On A's, your daily podcast on the Athletics, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I am your host, Booney, one name, all passion. Been an A's fan for over 40 years now. I've seen it all. I've seen Ricky run wild, the Bash Brothers hit bombs, the Big Three absolutely deal. I saw Mount Davis. I saw the saga of Howard Terminal. But now, Sacramento, the minor league park, I've seen it all. But we're stacking chips. We're building a dynasty for 2028 Vegas first. We're beginning to make noise now with a young crop of kids that's beginning to be the envy of all of MLB. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts, including YouTube. So do me a favor and punch that subscribe button wherever you are following the show. And if you can, go to Podbay, Apple Podcasts, give me a 5-star review. It does help. This episode is brought to you in part by 5 Hour Energy. Enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for 2 to any golf tournament in the USA. Visit 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31st, 2025. What is up, everybody? Hey, what a barn burner. What a barn burner. What's up, RD? The sun even shines on a dog's ass someday. Bartley, come on. Butler came through. Give him his flowers today, RD. We give him enough criticism. He gets his flowers. He gets his flowers. Hey, you got to give Butler credit. Got to give Butler credit. To his credit, too. The guy's been absolutely just struggling beyond can you can imagine versus left-handed batters. Pitchers, excuse me. And today, on a 1-2 count against the game's best left-hander, for him to come through the way he did, good for him. That was awesome. It was a great game. It was a thriller. And it was nice for the A's to win one. I didn't expect them to get today's. Not with Mason Barnett on the hill, and not after 2 straight shutouts. The A's finally inhaled a little life and exhaled some noise. Shea Langeliers, Nick Kurtz, each launched their 30th of the year. How about Tyler Soderstrom's 2-run double? That was huge. Boston kept punching, tying it in the 9th. I don't know what Kotsay was doing, bringing in Alvarado. I even tweeted it going into the 9th. Actually, when Alvarado was warming up, I said, come on, not Alvarado. I did not want to see Elvis Alvarado in there. But in the bottom of the 9th, Lawrence Butler turned a 100-mile-an-hour heater into a line drive walk-off, scoring Langeliers, who led the inning off with a double. 5-4 win A's, a gut check win, pride win. We needed it, man. We looked so bad the first 2 games. Awful. Just absolutely awful. And for us to bounce back the way we did, we got some help. Let's keep things into perspective as well. We got some help from the Red Sox as well. They had their opportunities to jump all over Mason Barnett at the beginning of the game, and they didn't. They were 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position. 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position. You're not going to win many games like that. Again, Barnett got hit. As expected. We did expect that happening. Barnett went 3 2/3, 76 pitches, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk, and 4 Ks. But the first 4 innings, not only did the Red Sox get the leadoff runner on, they had multiple runners on, all in scoring position. And for them to only get 3 runs was a huge, huge break for the A's. And how about Sean Newcomb? Can you say enough about Sean Newcomb? Sean Newcomb, 2 1/3 innings, 29 pitches, no hits, no runs. Justin Sterner, 2 innings, no hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts. The A's bullpen retired 14 straight Red Sox. 14 in a row. We had the lead, man. We were fighting. We had the lead, 4-3. And once Alvarado just walked in from that bullpen, I was like, Jesus, are you kidding me? Here he goes again. And he got a little bit of a break too, right? You had Hamilton lead the inning off with a hard hit single up the middle. And Willie MacGyver just gunned Hamilton out at second. Just a good win. We needed today's win, especially after, what was the first 2 scores of the first 2 games combined? 12-0? And for us to come back the way we did, good for us, man. Jacob Wilson and is still second in the chase for the batting crown to Aaron Judge by decimal points. Judge went 0 for 3 tonight. Of course, Wilson went 1 for 4. They are neck and neck for that championship. So he's got a day off tomorrow. Yankees play the Tigers, so hopefully another 0 for Judge and put Wilson in the lead. That'd be nice. Can't say enough about Sean Newcomb. What can you say about him? Ever since he's been in an A's uniform, the guy, here's his numbers. Ever since he's been in the A's uniform, he has an ERA of 1.82. 1.82. I still do not understand what Kotsay has against Hogan Harris. Alvarado pitched yesterday. Harris hasn't pitched the whole series. He gave Harris a chance to close a game. When was it? A few series ago on the road. Was it in, let's say it was in Seattle. In Seattle, he closed a game out. And I'm like, wow, Harris looks great. Harris looked great last year. Harris looked great in spring training. Harris has looked good this year. And every time he gets the shaft, sometimes I just don't understand the decisions. And I said it. Listen, this was something I said once Alvarado was up and warming up, especially with a lefty leading off the inning. Didn't the computer tell you to go lefty? Regardless, and for so many of these starters to be getting opportunities and not giving Hogan Harris one opportunity to start a game this year is nuts, man. I don't get it. I know I'm bouncing around a little bit. I'm supposed to save my rant for Alvarado and Hogan Harris a little bit later, but Jesus, it's been driving me nuts all year long. Regardless, got to stay on the positive side of things. 2 solo bombs, Langeliers and Kurtz. Of course, they're solo. We struck out a ton again as a team today. 1, 2. How many did we strike out? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9 times. Come on. So it was definitely nice to get one. We got the Reds coming in town this weekend. And does this hit by Lawrence Butler, does this turn things around for him? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about if this was the momentum the Law Dog needed. Sure would be nice to get him going. See you in a minute. Time to fuel up and turn it up with 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. This grape, ginger, and lime-flavored shot brings the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for sinking birdies or making great memories with friends. It's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Whether you are out on the course or just needed a little extra push to power through your day, 5-Hour Energy Transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you love without ever leaving the green. Have you ever played 75 holes of golf in one day? Believe it or not, I have. And it was 5-Hour Energy Transfusion that got me through it. Golf is all about good times with good people and good flavors. The grape, ginger, lime flavor of 5-Hour Energy Transfusion gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without leaving the course or chasing down the bev cart. Now, you can amp up the fun even more. Just buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for 2 to any golf tournament in the USA. Tee up that trip. Visit 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31st, 2025. The NFL season is here, and FanDuel is making sure you are ready for kickoff with a can't-miss offer. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you will get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. I love using FanDuel because it fits however you would like to bet. Player props, building a same-game parlay, or even jumping in live as the action unfolds. It makes every game more exciting, whether you are watching your team or just keeping an eye on your fantasy lineup. It's quick, easy, and the best way to add a little more energy to Sundays. So are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. Jay Poo, can we let Reds sweep us so they catch the Giants the wild card? If we're going to get that, let's take the Giants with us. Hey, I tell you what, the Reds have their 3 aces going up against us, so they couldn't be in better position than to sweep us. They got Singer going on Friday, Hunter Green, who's a legitimate ace, on Saturday. And who do they got on Sunday? Lodolo, I believe, on Sunday. So they got their top dogs. And we are countering with Ginn on Friday. So Severino Saturday. And Morales on Sunday. So we might not let them do anything, and they may just take it. But, you know, the Reds are beatable. The Reds are beatable. I'd like to see us perform and go up against some good pitchers and have good at bats and compete. I don't want to see the repeat I saw against Texas and St. Louis and Boston. Kershaw, I've listened to other teams, Brock, saying, yeah, I don't get it. Just give them the damn opportunity. I mean, I think Hogan Harris gets an opportunity to start games over Mason Barnett. Is that fair? Am I out of line by saying that? Good for Butler. I'm glad he got the walk-off and needed it. Butler's having a solid season. He's all right. I mean, I guess if he didn't have last year's second half, Jay, yeah, I guess. And all those strikeouts, man, 163 times. You know what kind of season he's having, Jason? He's having the season Geloff had last year. Geloff coming off 2023 second half to what Geloff did last year, and Butler coming off a 2024 second half to what he's doing this year. Almost similar types of deals, man. What's up, RD? Free agency pitching would be a great addition, but no trades. Yeah, pitching's expensive, though. You know, who you want to sign, and do you want to sign a premium for it? Yeah, I'm comfortable with what we have. I'm comfortable with what we're rolling, depending on if we stay healthy. You're going to have Severino back and Springs and Lopez. You know those 3 guys are going to start, no matter what. Morales, Has the inside track to be the fourth. I like Jack Perkins a lot. So if you were to tell me that's my opening day starting five rotation, I'm comfortable with it. Need to add Devin Williams or Kenley Jansen to be the closer next year. Can't go with Alvarado and Holy. It's going to be most likely, considering the year Jansen had, I think he's going to be, and considering his age as well, he's not coming to Sacramento. I'll tell you that. But I do think we can get Devin Williams, especially off the year he's had. Devin Williams' market right now, I think, is about 1 year, $5.5 million. Maybe 2 and 16, 2 and 17 gets it done for Devin Williams. I like that. We got money to spend. Oh my God. RD, another one. The collision in the field are driving me nuts. Call for it like in Little League. That was the Geloff Kurtz play. Today was on Kurtz. If you're going backwards for the ball, it goes to the person that's either coming at an angle or coming in. That was on Kurtz. But all year. Now, if this was an isolated incident, fine. All year long. We started with the damn collisions, man. Antonio Ray Harvey, how are you, pal? Good to see you, man. Yep. That was 30 Ks by Athletics in the series with the Bo Sox. Overall, the last 5 opponents starting pitchers were all southpaws. Yeah. Was it 30? Yeah. And today, I mean, we didn't really face anybody today. There wasn't anybody in that Red Sox. And it was a bullpen day for the Red Sox. Who was there that was like, oh, wow. Scary, you know? Especially Crochet, I get it. Yesterday's kid? Come on. And he just... I don't care what anybody says. Strikeouts matter. I know baseball has gone to the attitude, swing for the fences, strikeouts we don't care for as much. Okay, fine. If you're striking out at a rate of 20 to 25%, whatever. I don't like it, but that's what the game is. But if you're in 35, 40%, 50%, that's a problem. If you're 35, 40, you better be hitting 40 bombs. You better be hitting a lot of home runs if you're striking out at that rate. I want to see some. I want to see some baseball where we're getting base hits and driving in runs, like Soderstrom did in the 5th, like Butler did in the 9th. I want to play some good baseball. You're telling me I waited 48 hours of absolutely goose eggs for 2 solo bombs? While Mason Barnett has base runner after base runner after base runner. And I knew Alvarado was going to be a problem. I knew it. And once he brought Harris in, Harris was in a tough spot. Runner on second. 1 out. Got out of it. Looked great. Williams would be the exact same signing as Leclerc. Similar. Right? I think there'd be a little bit more of a market for Williams, just because previous to this year, he was a lights-out closer. Leclerc had a couple years, 2-3 years. He got hurt where he was off. But, yeah, that's a good call, J-Poo. I just think instead of like 1 year, $10 million we played for Leclerc, it might be like 2 and 20 for Devin. We have the money. We have to spend it. So, whatever. I felt like Kase was trying to win the finale for a change. Yeah, I don't like the decision of Alvarado. And again, a lot of people like Alvarado. I'm not one of them. But yeah, I agree with you, Tim. He managed with a little bit more of a sense of urgency. You saw his body language and his attitude towards the plate umpire in that 9th inning when Alvarado wasn't getting some borderline calls. We haven't seen that all year. You could sense there was a little bit more sense of urgency about getting today's W. I feel like the closer designation makes guys so expensive. We should shoot for Sean Armstrong on a 1-year deal next year and put him as a closer. Correct, but he's also same type of deal, right? He's probably going to be looking at a closer role with some team, but I agree with what you're saying. The closer designation is more expensive. But I think Armstrong is going to be in line for a closer role. I believe he is a free agent. And I'm with you. I think the whole closer type of deal is overrated. And what I mean by that is, who develops a kid or a player to be a closer? Nobody. Nobody does. Rarely does anybody draft a player and hey, he's a reliever. No one does. Mason Miller was supposed to be a starter. What happens is you try him once, they don't work out as a starter. You try him once or twice in the bullpen. Either they work or they don't. If they work, you give them another shot. And that's why I liked Hogan Harris. I would have liked to see Hogan Harris get more of an opportunity in high leverage. Down the stretch, in the ninth, that game at Seattle, he was dynamite. I would want to see that. But no one drafts a player. Say, hey, there's our closer. You're right. You're right. Right. 30 home runs for a rookie. Kurtz is an elite company. Well, McGuire had 49, but in 102 games, crazy, huh? Crazy. What's up, D71? I hope we can get some momentum and go to the next series. I'm taking my first trip to... Oh, no kidding, huh? How excited are you, brother? If Morales doesn't work out as a starter for what weaknesses I see, bring up... Yeah, I was saying that earlier too, Taro Sean. I was saying that earlier as well. When they first brought it, I thought Morales was going to be a better closer than he was a starter. But he's looked good as a closer. So, as a starter so far. So we'll see what happens. When I come back, let's discuss the Cincinnati series. Also, you guys bummed out that this season's coming to an end? It's almost done, fellas. What is it? 15 more games left? What's some things you're going to miss? What's some things you're looking forward to next year? All that good stuff. See you in a minute. You have probably seen a million ads for hair growth products and thought, sure, like that actually works. There are so many products out there, and it's hard to know which ones are actually going to do anything. That's why you should give Nutrafol a closer look. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1.5 million people. And it's not just hype. This is a supplement clinically tested that targets the root causes of thinning and shedding with a proactive approach. Whether you are at work, out with friends, or even just getting ready in the morning, Nutrafol gives you more confidence in your daily routine. I love that Nutrafol is simple to add to your day. 4 pills with a meal, no prescription needed, easy. And you can feel good about it knowing Nutrafol is NSF certified and backed by peer-reviewed studies. See thicker, stronger hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering Locked On MLB listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code LOCKEDONMLB. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code LOCKEDONMLB. Saw a good question here. I want to get into that. It's going to be a close call between Kurtz and Vlad Guerrero Jr., who's going to make first team All MLB. It's very close. Let's take a look at that, Jay. All right, here's what we got. So if we're going to look at the two, as far as first base All MLB, okay, first of all, if you're going to look at wins and losses for a team, the edge obviously goes to Toronto. Games played, Toronto. Runs scored, Vlad 92, Kurtz 77. Hits, Vlad 158, Kurtz 110. Doubles, Vlad 33. Kurtz 24. Bombs. Going to give that to Kurtz with 30. Vlad 23. RBIs. Vlad 79. Kurtz 74. I'd give that to Kurtz just because of games played. Base on balls 76, 58. Here's a big one, though. Strikeouts, 128 for Kurtz in 102 games, 86 for Vlad. They're each hitting 302. Vlad, OPS 889. Kurtz, 1023. I have to go Vlad, even with the games played, even if I weighted it. I'd still have to go Vlad. Closer than I thought, though. What adjustments will pitchers make versus Kurtz in 2026? More inside breaking stuff. How does he respond? The thing with Kurtz that's going to happen next year is we're going to find out Tim, it's going to be about Kurtz's patience at the plate, right? He's going to get pitched extraordinarily, carefully. We saw him getting he did a great job of that, I would say, in the months of, what was it? About July, August. I thought he was lights out as far as decision-making, laying off pitches. As of late, maybe it's because it's late in the season, he hasn't been as good. His whole thing's going to be patience. His goal next year, if he was to set one, his goal next year needs to be to lead the league in walks. His goal next year is to lead the league in walks. He needs to be very selective, kind of like how Bonds was in his prime. Bonds rarely saw a good pitch to see, but when he got it, he capitalized. I don't think there's anything Kurtz can't do at the plate. The whole thing with him is going to be discipline. It's going to be patience. That comes with experience and comes with age. And if he sets the expectations and sets his goals rather than homers, average, doubles, RBIs, whatever it may be, walks. Lead the league in walks. I think that mindset alone will make him so much better next year. RD, I don't know what I'll do with the athletic games. Golden Knight and Raiders season ticket holder, by getting more excited. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm going to miss this year, man. I'm going to miss the grind. I'm going to miss the first 25, 30 games of the year when we were 20-16. Even the losing streak. Even when we lost 20 of 21. The fight and the crawl to get it back. You're hoping every single day, hey, maybe this is the time where we get 19, 20, 21 in a row, 12 in a row, 13 in a row. Something to get us back in the race. I'm going to miss the urgency, the sense of urgency. Cott says goal next year is to have a setup reliever and a closer. Yeah, I hope so. He may have one, Bill, but if he doesn't recognize one, a setup and closer as one, what's it matter? Your boy, I don't know. Alvarado wasn't the guy, but, who knows? I think he needs to get that for sure. As far as how I feel that I've covered in writing games, I think I'll sleep a week. Yeah, man, I'm gonna miss it, man. I'm gonna miss talking about it. It's been a frustrating year. It's been a fun year. It's been a lot of fun with the young players we've had. How can't you get fun about Nick Kurtz and Jacob Wilson and Max Muncy and Denzel Clark and Tyler Soderstrom breaking out. Everything's been a lot of Jacob Lopez. Ain't that the truth, RD? None of us could be called bandwagon fans. We stuck through them during the rough days. Yeah, there was a lot going on this year. I'm gonna miss it, man. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it a lot. After the season ends, there's not a whole lot going on for the A's. Then you have the winter meetings in December. And then after that, it's spring training. But I mean, for me, I haven't missed, didn't miss a spring training game or a regular season game. When will Muncy be back up? I don't know if he's going to be back up this year, J-Poo. He still hasn't been assigned to Vegas for any type of rehab assignment. I don't know. They keep saying, I keep looking for it, and all the news I see is he's jogging around, but hasn't been assigned for any rehab assignment. Well, shoot, we have 15 games left. I wish I can give you a better answer. RD. So here's I will still be doing this. The company that owns Locked On bought a media company in Vegas. So there's 3 Locked On networks: Locked On A's, Locked On Raiders, and Locked On Vegas Knights. They'll have spots in the Vegas, in the Nevada market. It's basically, I got to get you more information on it. I'm kind of giving you the rough idea of what I've heard. But we'll be kind of like on their local television for half-hour slots. The thing is, I'll still be doing shows every single day. So it'd be Locked On A's, Locked On Vegas Knights, and Locked On Raiders have that market. So I'll still be covering every single day. It won't be weekly updates. Same old crap as before. And usually the shows will be from here onto that. It's a little bit more stringent, though, with regard to time and ads and all that good stuff, because I think it's part of regular local cable. I want to say. I got to get you better information for it. Artie Moss is spot on. We are the diehards for sure, man. Who's going to play third base for the A's next season? You know, Jason, as far as how I see it right now, if I had to set my lineup right now, I would have in the infield. I think the outfield, what I'm doing is left field Soderstrom, center field I'm platooning Denzel and Lawrence. Right field for right now, not super confident in it. I'm platooning Colby and JJ. At third base, I'm going Muncy. Shortstop, I am going Jacob. At second, I'm hoping the best for Geloff, but right now, if I had to decide, it's Hernandez at second. First base is Kurtz. And catcher Langeliers. If I had to decide right now. For the first time in 4 years, I'm looking. Me and you both, pal. Darashad. Yeah, Soderstrom quietly had oh my God, man. He really has. He's gotten so much better as a hitter, too. You got to remember, for a while there, he's like at 230. He's been absolutely on fire, man. Soderstrom's been, for right now, he's probably our best hitter. He looks awesome. RD, let's go to spring training. It'd be a great, yeah, that's a good plan. Let's do that. You need to move there. Maybe. You never know. You never know. Looking for a good condo deal. Sodi has been flat out stud. Yeah. Timmy, I heard Dallas say in passing weeks he was pesty. Yeah. I don't think he's coming back. Favorite moment of the season was Wilson's walk-off against the Mariners, game 1, which put us at 20-16 and a game back of first place. That was my favorite moment. Yeah. Though I think it was in 10. That was my favorite moment. No question. Against Seattle at Sutter Health. How about you? What was your guys' favorite moment? Yeah, that was awesome. 20-16, man. Would I have been here sooner? I'd have watched the Padres. I was kind of watching a little bit on the side. Is it a final now? It wasn't Miller that blew it, I don't believe. No, what he meant by that, I think you are referring to this. He's talking about whether he'd be back this year or not, RD. if he'd be back this year because he's been hurt. So I don't think he's going to be back this year. Oh. I did ask Kotze about Muncy the other day. Not much information. Kotze and staff kept close to the vest. I'd be surprised. Yeah, I don't think so, man. Usually when they're running around and they're saying, hey, they're jogging around, it's still like a week. And then they get sent to Vegas for a rehab assignment. Then they're there for a few games. Then they get called back up. Like you said, we're just about done. I don't think he's going to be back. The Denzel catch was my favorite. I didn't even watch the rest of the game. That was like, honestly, guys, when you think about people robbing home runs, that was like the true definition of robbing a home run. We haven't really seen that ever before. We've always seen like the catch where someone's robbing the home run and they're just catching it over, but you don't really know, like the gloves kind of hanging over. Does the ball get over or not? You're pretty sure he robbed it, but that was a true robbery. He climbed the fence and leaned over for 3 feet and caught it. Unreal. Favorite moment, Clark's well climb. Yeah, best play I've ever seen. More than, wow, Laureano's throw. Laureano's throw is pretty cool too. But yeah, I mean, that was a lot, even second game of the year was awesome. When Severino pitches a gem and get an opening night against Seattle, and then Leclerc gives up the bomb to Razarina, and the next night Springs just deals. We win that game. We win the next night 7-1. That was awesome. That was awesome. It just seemed like Sutter Health had like a curse. Like every time they played at Sutter, it was like a cloud. You know what I mean? There was just one big cloud around Sutter Health Park. Drove me nuts. Last week of home games, get the 28 season tickets. I think they got playoffs next week too in Vegas, don't they? RD, I believe they have playoffs next week. And I believe Midland has playoffs as well. Or if they're not playing, Double A playoffs might be going on now. I got to double check that. But yeah, it's been fun. It's fun, man. A lot of thanks to you guys. You guys have been awesome, man. This channel, we don't get a whole lot of obviously traction, but the people that are here get to talk good baseball. It's good fun. You guys have dealt with my rants. Appreciate you guys. So it's always been a lot of fun, man. We'll definitely miss that part of it, but we'll have different rants to talk about come the off season, even though it dies down a little bit. So, but I appreciate you guys, man. Timmy, Booney, you've covered it all. Estimate number of games lost due to manager decision. Oh, that's a tough one. Jeez. I still have a hard time. The thing I lose sleep over is game 2 against the Mariners. And again, I'm going way back into May. I get it. Only 37th game of the year. Bringing Ferguson in for the 4th straight day. Walking Yastrzemski to face Flores in San Francisco, where Miller walked in the run 1-0. Ferguson again in game 3 on Sunday, giving up the lead. Sterner in Toronto. Jeez, man. 7, 8 games? Maybe. He had a rough year, man. Kotz had a rough year. I think they were cool with it, though. I think I think when you don't have the culture, you don't have the attitude, and you're fine. Because I remember at the beginning of the season, they said, hey, we won 69 games last year. Let's improve on that. I'm like, we're a better team than that. Why are we settling for that? I don't know. I don't know. I think the A's cable contract is why the A's are still in Northern California and not the Aviators. Maybe. Maybe. You know, but at the same time, though, Bob's like nickels and dimes compared to what they had to deal with in staying in Sacramento. I wish they went and played in Las Vegas at the Aviators ballpark. I get he would have lost money, but for what he would have lost compared to what it was worth just to being in that darn cloud in Sacramento and everything around it, for me was a no-brainer. The cable contract is supposed to be set to expire at the end of the season in Sac. Last season. Yeah, right. They signed it to go there. Now, I hear you. You know, so, but 15 games left. Wilson, decimal points behind Judge. Kurtz has Rookie of the Year wrapped up. Got 15 games left. Who knows? Put a run together. I still want to get to 75 wins. What's our record? Let's go a little 75 win tracker. Yes. What do you got, RD? Have you kept, Tereshon, sorry. Have you kept up the ballpark instructors or YouTube channel that posts weekly? You know, I haven't. I know it's getting built. I know it's going vertical. I didn't really have a whole big doubt about it with regard to what's going on with the stadium. So as far as, you know, what's being built and so forth, I couldn't understand it. If it hit me in the face or someone even tried to explain it. But I know it's being built. I know progress is being made. And that's a good thing. But no. Folks in this chat box should be at the press conference. Tough question. Hey, this crew ain't scared to speak their mind. I'll tell you that. They ain't scared to speak their mind. But you guys want to know what we are on the wild card, guys? One more wild card check. 67 and 80, 11 back. 11 back with 15 to go. Any shot? Any shot? One more wild card check. I agree. They could be the Las Vegas A's right now, not be in limbo as the new ballpark is built in the distance, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? 11 back, 67 and 80. But to get to 85, 75 wins, 8 and 7. 8 and 7 for our last 15. 8 and 7 for our last 15. As always, guys, thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen every day. For your second listen, find the all-night Locked On MLB Game Night, every game, every night, until a World Series champion is crowned. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. I'll see you guys. You take care. As always, thank you, and it's been my pleasure.